If you're looking to retire in Panama, Boquete is probably high on your list. In this video, I'm going to compare Boquete with its counterpart, Panama City. So in this video, I'm going to primarily go over Boquete and talk about its cost of living and then compare it to prices in Panama City. Boquete is high in the Chiriquí Mountains of Panama. The weather is milder compared to its coastal counterpart, and it's a very popular place for retirees. Now, if you're looking for a weather comparison or a broader reach on retiring in Panama, I've created other videos on this channel that talk about exactly that. We're gonna go over housing, which is rental and buying options. We're gonna go over utilities, because you're living in Boquete, transportation, groceries, and dining out. And we're gonna go over lifestyle costs if you're looking at Boquete. So first of all, where is Boquete? So Boquete is about a 30-minute drive from David. David is the second largest city in Panama. Obviously, Panama City is the capital, the largest city. And then David is about a 10-hour drive or a 1-hour flight. Now, to get to Boquete, you can catch a cab or an Uber, and you're literally just going straight up a hill because it's deep in the Chiriquí Mountains. So why is it so popular with retirees? Well, it's a lot more mild temperature. Also, the prices aren't as high as what you're going to see in Panama City. Since the temperature isn't as crazy as what you're gonna find in Panama City, there's a lot more to do during the day. Since it's in a mountainous valley, you're gonna get a lot of hiking, the walkability score is very high, and there is simply just a lot more to do if you like going outside. So number one, housing. Housing is considerably less expensive than what you're looking at in Panama City, so therefore you will find a large amount of savings. A one-bedroom can range anywhere from about $700 to $900 a month, and a two-bedroom can range anywhere from $900 up to about $1,500 a month. Now keep in mind, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Obviously the area, the building, how new is it, the amenities that come with the building, etc., that determine the price that you're going to pay. When you're comparing that to its counterpart, Panama City, a one-bedroom can range anywhere from $900 up to about $1,500. Now, it's really hard to find a $900 one-bedroom in Panama City. I did do a video on my $800 apartment tour, but that was almost 3 years ago. Since then, real estate prices and rental prices have gone significantly up, which is a great sign for investors. For quite a while, price of real estate was going up, but the rental prices weren't going up. So if you're an investor, you buy something and you're looking to rent it out, for the longest time, it was just getting further and further apart. But now the rents are starting to catch up, which is a great sign for investors. A two-bedroom can go all the way up to $2,500, obviously depending on the area. Behind this building is a place called Ocean Reef Islands. It's a luxury gated community, its own private islands built by Grupo Los Pueblos off the coast of Panama. This is a little different. Rents there can go as high as $10,000 or $12,000 a month. Now, if you're looking to buy in Boquete, now this is a significant difference in what you're going to find in Panama City. Typically, buying a condo can significantly increase or decrease depending on views, amenities, etc. I have been able to find condos in Boquete for under $200,000. And in the city, it's hard to find something like that, but you can find it in some of the older areas like El Cangrejo, San Francisco areas. I've checked out a few real estate websites here in Panama City, and in El Cangrejo, as well as in Boquete, you can find options around the $150,000 mark. Next, we're gonna talk about restaurants and food prices. Now, in Boquete, an inexpensive meal runs you about $6.50. Next to its counterpart in Panama City is going to cost you about $10. For a mid-range sit-down meal at a restaurant, you can expect about $30 in Boquete and about $50 for the same thing in Panama City. Now, I created a guide talking about Boquete. I created this about a year and a half ago. When I happened to be in Boquete. And I talked about a restaurant called The Rock. So if you are looking for a restaurant that isn't going to hit your pocketbook, but will give you an experience of a lifetime, check out that video right up here. I think I spent about $55 or $60 for multiple courses and amazing food. So groceries in Boquete versus Panama City are typically about 10% cheaper in Boquete. But keep in mind, imported items that come into Boquete, like produce and vegetables, can be more expensive than Panama City. Why? Because it's a lot easier and accessible to Panama City. So if you're a single person and you're looking at budgets for groceries and food, you can look at about $250 to $350. If you're a couple, you can look at $350 to $500. I know that's a lot less than what you're gonna find in North America, as your budget might be $700, $800, or $900 a month. Things that you will find that are significantly cheaper in Boquete are the usual suspects: bread, rice, and fruit. And imported items are sometimes more expensive, what you're gonna find in Boquete versus Panama City, primarily because of accessibility. Next, I'm gonna go over utilities and essentials. Now, this is really important if you happen to be living in Boquete. Electricity is typically between $40 to $60 a month. Now, that's significantly cheaper than what you're going to find in Panama. Why? Well, Panama is very humid. You can see that I'm literally sweating beads standing here. So you're going to have to run fans and AC a lot more. In Boquete, it's a lot more milder climate. Chances of using AC are maybe only in the summer for here and there. Water and trash is between $20 to $30 a month. I know typically you don't put water and trash together, but in Panama they do. It's the same bill. Next is internet. So if you happen to be working online or you just like to scroll YouTube and watch my videos, it's typically $50 to $100 a month, depending on obviously your speed. And a phone plan. Now, this is a giant kicker. When I came from Canada, came down to Panama, I only paid $25 for unlimited data for the whole month. My phone bill back home was upwards of about $100 to $140 a month. Next, I'm gonna get into transportation. Now, transportation is obviously gonna be a lot less expensive than the city. The city is very spread out, and it even splits up at the Panama Canal and just keeps going on. Transportation in Boquete is a small, tight-knit community. You can typically find bus transportation for about $1 a ride in Boquete. Now, in Panama, things can vary. They do have the Metro line system, which is just about to be finished, and it goes underneath the Panama Canal. So that is going to be a lot more accessible and help on a lot of people's daily budgets. Now, if you happen to own a car, gas in Panama is about $3.50 per gallon, or about 80 cents per liter. The only place where you're gonna find Ubers to be expensive in Panama City is when you travel from the Tocumen International Airport, which is Panama City's international airport. It typically costs me anywhere between $17 to $25 to travel to the city. And if I happen to go to Casco Viejo, it could go up to about $30 for that ride. But anything else is typically between $4 to $8 if I were to go to, say, like El Cangrejo all the way to Costa del Este, which I did yesterday. And in Boquete, since it's a lot smaller, prices might be a little bit more expensive just to be able to pay for the Uber driver. Rides typically don't exceed 15 minutes unless you're going to David for more amenities, and that's where the price can kind of go up. Okay, now I'm gonna go over lifestyle and entertainment. Typically, a cafe can run you anywhere between $2 and $4. Now, if you're going to the city, you happen to go to Starbucks or any of the more popular cafes, I've seen coffee prices as high as $6 to $7 per coffee. I'm a lover of the cinema, so I really do enjoy going to movies when they do come out. I try to go to a movie every single time that I come to Panama City. The prices are between $4 to $8. I know back home in Canada, $15 easy. Now, because there's a large expat community in Boquete, you'll notice a lot of different cultural events, a lot of different live music at different bars, which you can literally just hang out outside. There's a ton of nature activities, hikes, there's the river. There's so much to do outside and all day during the day. There's birding, there's coffee tours, there's zip lining, the list goes on. So you'll get a lot of outdoor activities compared to what you're gonna get in the city of Panama. Next, I'm gonna get into healthcare. That is so important if you happen to be retiring in Panama. It's considerably less expensive than what you're gonna find in the United States and Canada. Best of all, you can literally WhatsApp a doctor, call him up, he'll come visit you, he'll give you a once over, he might give you a prescription, and the total cost for that can range anywhere between like $60 to $100. A lot less than what you're gonna pay, obviously, in North America. But if you happen to go to their office, routine visits can range anywhere between $20 and $30 if you don't happen to have insurance. Now, if you're looking for private insurance, there's definitely a lot of different options. Options for that I've seen are about $100 to $200 a month, obviously depending on your coverage. And if you're looking for a specialist, I'm sorry, Boquete's really small. You're gonna have to go to David or to Panama City to see a specialist, but there's a lot of different options. Just in Paitilla and Punta Pacifica, right behind me, they have the Panama Clinic, they have the David Hopkins affiliate, Panama Salud. They have a lot of different options just in that one hub. So where are you gonna have your largest amount of savings? Obviously in housing, you're gonna save a lot of money. In utilities, because you're not running AC. Dining out, I found to be significantly cheaper. Groceries, I found to be significantly cheaper if you didn't depend on the imported items. And honestly, Boquete's climate's a lot better. It's 11 a.m. and I'm sweating beads in Panama. That doesn't happen in Boquete. Also, a lot of retirees are picking Boquete because there's a lot of different cultural events. The walkability score is very, very high. There's a ton of free things to do in and around the city, and the vibe is just so good. So if you enjoy this video, make sure to give it a like, share it with somebody who happens to be wanting to retire in Panama, and watch my other videos on retirement.